told you, at my house, he was a sympathy guy. I started to talk to him, very polite. So I didn't I didn't realize that he was with a very bad intentions. Okay, so back into the accident. Uh, uh, I between the accident and the surgery that I have to make, it was a gap of almost 20 or 30 days. I don't remember right now exactly, but it doesn't matter. Okay, what's the point? That I was with my arm broken for 1 month without my shoulder, because I have to put a new shoulder here. Okay, the surgery was a very serious surgery. I almost lose my whole arm. I almost lose all my movements. Okay, so telling that to you, because after that, this guy showed his appeared from the nothing, from the hell, uh, to ask me have if I have winned, if I have, um, how can I say that? If I have the, he was worried about if I was winning the money to make the surgery or not, because he and the other guys from the delivery was worried about me coming back, because I was very good delivering. Okay, and afraid. They were afraid of the competitors. So he was afraid that me make my surgery, and I was didn't believe in that that he was telling that for me at that time. I was walking on the streets practically without an arm, only with a bag to my arm doesn't fall out of my body, and I was listening to this man talking with me like that. And after a while, I asked him, "Wow." At the time, I felt assim, maybe I am crazy. I'm not listening that exactly. Maybe I'm listening wrong or something. I thought I was completely crazy, because I didn't thought that a man so young and so strong could desire such uh, such a horrible thing for another person. And I have age to be her mother, and he didn't have any kind of respect. And at the time, he at the same moment, and in sequence, he told me he was hungry. He didn't have food to money to buy food, and I feel sorry about him. After hear that, I continued to feel sorry about him, and I give him 20 reais. Okay, I gave him money for him to eat. Then I came home and I started to think what this guy did to me, what I let him did to me. And why I'm telling that for you now? I'm telling that for you because this is how malicious is acting here. Okay, I'm in a little city. I didn't know if he is a really malicious. Okay, but he is acting like one. So we can't imagine that he is he pretend to be. Okay, so he keeps stalking the others, and everybody hates him. I didn't know because I didn't know nobody here in Petropolis. Okay, like I told you, I lived with my husband. My husband died, And unfortunately, these things happened, and I have to live it with my mother. But I study all day long. I just study. I work on the internet. I work in my sites. I work with write. I write. I make taxes. I write in Substack. You can follow me on Substack. Okay, and my name is Fabiana. I will put my cousin English. I think it will not sound understandable. Okay, so I'm telling you that to you for you to understand how militias act here and how they don't feel sorry about us, even if they are seeing us dying in front of them. Okay, that's why I know what is happening in Venezuela, and that's why we know here how Donald Trump is acting like a giant militia. Okay, what happened to me? Nothing. Uh, next and near to what will happen to the world if we don't do anything about what this man is making with such horrible with such a horrible actions like he is doing now. I like what Denmark did. The government, the army from Denmark, always they always know they are positioned. Have positioned their arms to protect Greenland, and that's the better thing that they have done. Okay, because I don't know if you heard the speech of Donald Trump. He told for to the world, listen, uh, that. He was telling today in Davos meeting, that Greenland was part of USA, that Greenland belongs to them, and they gave back Greenland to Denmark. Their speech, it's all completely against of reality. His speech is completely crazy speech. Okay, he lies and lies and lies all the time. It's exactly like the militias are acting here, just in different proportions, okay? In different sizes, okay? But it's exactly the same thing because these kinds of acts, okay, these kinds of attacks, these kinds of Nazis methods, they cannot change too much because they are poor for by essence. Okay, they are poor in the essence. I don't know how to say exactly that. Let me think one step. Uh, they are so poor. They're so they are so I don't know even the name in Portuguese to give to that thing that we are watching right in front of us now. Okay, I don't know if, like I told you yesterday, he has a kind of delirium tremens, or if or if he has a kind of brain disease, or he is with dementia, a kind of dementia. I don't believe in that. No, no. Okay. In the beginning, I was believing that was the case, but now, like I told you, this man that is making this with me, he's only 30 years old. Okay, and he probably will continue to do that for his whole the rest of his life. Okay, now you can imagine what Donald Trump is doing, okay, with his age, okay, with his power and his money, okay. Do you think that this man will change his idea in a moment or another? Of course not. Okay, and if he changes, that's another dangerous step that he can make, and um, it will be no good for nobody at all in all the fucking world. Okay, I'm sorry about that, but my channel does have not the Instagrammable aesthetics. Okay, it's not Instagrammable. Okay, uh, here I will talk like I want. I don't want to be a server for of the empire. I don't belong in that place. I'm not. I'm not the kind of how we say that. Uh, I'm not a kind of a woman that will. Um, um, how do I say this? I will find the word. I'm looking for a synonym for, we call here in Brazil, vira-lata. Vira-lata in Brazil is a dog that don't have a pedigree, okay? And we call vira-lata. And I don't have this kind of spectrum in my personality, okay? A kind of no, non-pedigree dog, okay? Like we call here, vira-lata, it's a non-pedigree dog, okay? I will not behave like a non-pedigree dog, okay? Not because I have a pedigree or something like that. It's not because of that. It's because I have dignity. I have intelligence enough to know that what this man is doing is huge and horrible, spectacular of his own delirium to impose to the world his his own an individual wills, wishes, or impose a kind of government and regime that make all of us slaves because he truly believed in meritocracy. Okay, so believing in meritocracy, he will never let those who are in the last in the last the base of the society, like the workers, getting to the top without passing through a kind of via crucis. Okay, it's almost like that, and we know we feel this here in our own skin. Okay, and we feel that every day in our own skin. That's why we know everything and every step that this man will take in the next few months. Okay, because we feel that we workers that live in Rio de Janeiro, São Paulo, in the states that militias are more activity, have more activity, we feel that in our skin. Okay, that's why we really knows what this man will make in the next few years. Okay, so knowing that and is why I create this channel to try to make this bridge like a London bridge that take us to take our voice from here, Brazil, to the rest of the world, trying to help our friends in the United States that are suffering about suffering directly the consequence of this kind of gaslighting. Okay, because it is gaslighting. It's not a local or individual gaslighting. It's a kind of gaslighting that manipulates masses. Okay, manipulates a lot of people. Sometimes through the internet, but the worst kind of gaslighting that they are having right now is the attacks that they are suffering by the ICE police. Okay, that's the migration police that they call ICE. okay? And I was telling in my earlier streaming that I follow a lot of journalists, young journalists that making a beautiful work, very beautiful work in the USA. Okay, in the USA, I am following them for a few months that I didn't know these people. But now they are popping up in the Instagram all the time. And I understand there is another consequence of that kind of gaslighting. And what something that I could realize that their faces after that months are changing. Their expression in their eyes are changing. They're giving the information, the news of the day with their eyes open and more than the normal. These young people are suffering like us here with our police in the same way. But uh, uh, before Donald Trump, people didn't imagine that it could get in them, because always we think that things will always happen with the other or in distance. We think that it will never came from so close of us, okay? But things came, okay? When we don't do anything, things. Things one time or another one time or another they happened with us also, okay? For more that we can we don't want to open our eyes, for more that we think that we are protected, we are not. We are all workers. We are not the USA elites, okay? We do not belong on that place. Greenland is feeling that right now. It's being a kind of pedagogical politician, okay, that he is doing all over the world for people to wake and realize that Nazism, the Nazis, always get on us. Wherever you are, whoever you are, things will happen with you too. Okay, so because of that things that I create this analogy between what's happened to me and what's happened with the world, because this man is behind me. My accident was in 2024, and he is still getting inside my house, cutting my hair in the streets, going behind me, telling people that he knows me like I was his friend. I never knew who was this man before in all my life. And he told people, and he tells people here in Brazil that he is a homeless man, but he has family. He lives in a neighborhood that's almost a half an hour from the downtown Petropolis. Okay, and he's not homeless. And his mother, and after that, he tells that his mother is crazy, that she doesn't care for him. He's 30 years old, people. He's 30 years old, and he acts because he's white. He acts like he was 15, and the society closed their eyes because he's a white man. Because if he was black, he was in jail right now. Okay, see, if this man that's doing that to me was a black man, he was in jail, or worse, may probably he was dead right now. Okay, like the ICE police do in USA. Here we know that this is normal. Okay, this is a normal place in Brazil. We can see that every day, day by day. One day is in Rio de Janeiro, sometimes it's twice or three times for the by day that someone is assassinated with that kind of cruelty and brutality. Okay, this kind of horror, and that's why I'm trying to make this kind of bridge here in here in the Facebook and here in my channel. Okay, I will stop to show my. But just a moment. I stopped to show you my. Oh, no, peraí. I don't know where is my video. E meu vídeo ao vivo terminou. Não terminei, não. I'm sorry, I think I made something wrong in Facebook that my video stops. But I can go back. I will continue here. I'm in YouTube. I will try to do something. I don't know if it will work. Okay, I will try to. I'm blind, people. I'm trying to do it here, and I think I will. I think that it will work. Okay, so it's that kind of thing that I'm trying to create here in my page. Okay, just to show the world that how things is happening and how things go through from a little thing to a giant thing that we cannot control anymore. If we don't do anything, we will never get the control of the situation. Okay, we will always be in the position of a non-pedigree dog. Okay, and that's why I'm asking you, making this channel like a call for us to watch out and awake who is sleeping, who is sleeping, to wake up for the reality and for what the world is turning into. Okay, because probably the worst that can happen at is what we don't want to happen. It is the 30 war or something like that. Okay, and that's what we know. I call you to subscribe at my channel, please. I didn't. I lose the beginning from the video here in YouTube, but after that, I will. I will try to put the beginning here. Okay, after the video ends, I can do that. Okay, now I cannot do because I'm afraid to make something wrong, but it's not a problem now. Okay, for now I think that I'm making myself understandable. I don't know if this word exists or I am creating now, but I think it exists. Okay, and I but I think I am making I'm making myself. Okay, I am looking if somebody is here, but I think it's not. Okay, it's not a problem. Uh, this video will stay here in my channel. Okay, I ask for you to subscribe, like I told you now. So okay. Okay. I thought I was making mistake again, but no, it's I think everything is okay. Okay, so that's why I am trying to make an alert, okay, like an alert, and I create this channel uh, because of it. And well, and that's why here in Brazil we know things like that. Okay, we can preview all the steps of Donald Trump because we feel this day by day in our own skin. And now I want to talk to, okay, and continuing the uh, continuing the conversation, I think you don't know how these things happen. I don't know if you have wherever you are. I think here in South America, these kind of things happens more. Okay, I know that of course all countries in the world have problems because we are suffering, and not only here in Brazil, but I think the world is suffering the consequence of the superpopulation. Okay, and after we suffered so much consequences of the superpopulation phenomenon, we can and we can realize why the natality is getting lower and lower and lower in many countries of the world. One of them is in Italy. Italy is very worried about the people who will be born because the families are not don't want to have child anymore. So the natality in Italy is getting down and down and down. And not only in Italy, okay, there's many countries worried about their own future because of that that's that's other phenomenon that is the consequence of a superpopulation because after passing through many many problems uh, uh, during all these years that we passed through, uh, we know that have many childs in this in this modern world. We have to demand a lot of money. We demand a lot of money. We have to, and not only money. Another thing that we don't have is time. Okay, it's time to create our own child. Okay, because the world is getting faster and faster and faster. Our money is devalorizing. I don't know how to say that. Also, I'm sorry about my English, people. I'm doing the best that I can. Okay, I promise you that in a month I will be much better than I'm now. Okay, and I ask you for a little bit of patience, like Axel Rose used to say. Okay, just a little bit of patience, and and I can continue to talk. But I was talking about the superpopulation because there's a lot of phenomena that are related with that. Okay, one of them was the pandemic that we all the world felt in our own skins. It was horrible. Okay, the world probably suffered another pandemics in many during many and many years. But the world before us, okay, decades before, the world wasn't a globalized world. Okay, we didn't have so much information in real time like we have today. Probably that the world have passing through many pandemics, and the people didn't know that it was a pandemic. Probably many of people have died in many pandemics that we didn't even know that what we were passing through, because we are not a globalized world. And why I am telling you that? Because that is the kind of the world that I think that Donald Trump lives, and in his giant bubble. He lives in a bubble, and he doesn't know what's happening all over the world. And that's why he thought that Greenland belongs to USA decades ago, and they gave us back. I can't even remember what he told us today in his crazy, in his another crazy speech. Okay, but you can go there, because internet doesn't forgive, never. Okay, internet will never forgive Donald Trump. The world will never forgive this man. So you can looking for and watch for yourselves before you you say that you are only listening to this because of my English. It's not. I know that my English is not good, but I think that the English of Donald Trump is worse than mine. Okay, because we cannot understand, and when we understand, we think that we must be crazy, or this man is making a kind of noise in our minds that configurate the gaslight that Adolf Hitler used to make with his megaphones, spreading all over Germany at that time of the Second War. Okay, and that's why I'm asking you, because we have to proclaim to the world what is really happening. And if we make this chain, these bridges and these points, we can together stand for this situation with much power than we have now, while we are sitting at our sofas at home. Okay, you can do that sitting in your sofa. What you cannot do is keep silence. Keep silence. Okay, don't keep in silence. You have to participate of this fight, because, like I told in the streaming yesterday, we started losing. I will tell you now why. I'm here with my channel, okay, on YouTube and Facebook. I am monetizing my channel now in Facebook. In YouTube, I cannot, because I don't have followers enough for that. But when I have, what will happen? What will happen? That I will have to pay for YouTube to maintain my channel streaming. What does it mean? It means that I have to let a percent of what I win here. But the owner of the YouTube and the owner of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, will what they will do with this money, the half of the money that I win with my work, they will um, they will give for Donald Trump campaign, or probably for somebody that worse than Donald Trump, or most dangerous than Donald Trump, like Marco Rubio or Pete Hegseth. Okay, so we start this war losing, going. They like I told in my stream earlier in Portuguese. We are like in a marathon. Okay, a marathon has 42 kilometers. Okay, I think it's almost 20 miles. Okay, a marathon. I don't know in miles how it is in my head. Okay, but in kilometers, a marathon have 42 kilometers. Okay, so we can make an analogy like we that are workers, we start from the first kilometer. Okay, and this man's the owner of the Facebook, the owner of the YouTube, they start in the already in the half of the marathon, in the 21 kilometer, and they just have a half of the marathon to complete to win this run. Okay, because that's an analogy that I'm doing. We start in the first kilometer, and they start already in the half of the marathon. So we starting losing. Okay, they will always be in front of us. That's why I am here now to make this kind of call, because only in Brazil, it won't work. Also, we need the foreign help. We need you to be in the in the speech of the world, with the speech of the people. Okay, we need that. We need that with urgency for us to find a way to deal with it without getting through a war. Okay, the 30 words war that we are all worried about to start. Okay, we are afraid, of course. Everybody, nobody wants a war right now. But these kinds of men, they are already militarized, and they are already behaving like an army ready to attack everybody who doesn't make what they want that we make, that doesn't want to get to entregar, I don't know, to get to them our all that we have of richness, like the critical minerals, like the rare earths, like our fossil fuels, like our lands, that the strategic lands that they are looking for too, like Greenland. Okay, the Greenland for the national security, like I was telling you yesterday. Who doesn't need the Greenland for national security? Everybody who in the world who could have Greenland will be much more safer for them who doesn't have. Okay, here in Brazil, we know that, because when a militia, a strong militia, wants a territory and you don't give, we know the consequences, okay, of it in our own skin. So that's why I create that channel. Okay, I didn't make my introduction in this video because I started before on Facebook. So I will do it now. For who knows me, my name is Fabiana. Today is 21 January from the year 2026, 2026. I don't know where you are, but and what you prefer. So I will say both of all, because I have to practice my English. Okay, so why I'm telling you that, because I'm in Rio de Janeiro, in a city called Petropolis, and we are in the mountains, in a very beautiful city. You are all invited to my home. Okay, you will be very. I will be very happy if you subscribe to my channel. It's already very good. But if you want to come to my home, you will be very welcome. Okay, and so I will say goodbye for now, and ask you to subscribe to my channel for more information, for more crazy information, or for more resistance that we are capable to do if we want. Okay, don't subestimate, no, don't underestimate. Beg your pardon. Don't underestimate your own capacity to fight. Do not that with yourself. Okay, we all are much more than this man. Okay, we all together or we all alone, we are much more than that. That is garbage, that is trash, that is shit. Okay, this is shit. Okay, this is not a man, this is a kind of monster or something that rises from hell, and something like that man that is making that to me are like I told you before, are and I'm passing through all these things because of this kind of attack. Okay, attack, this attack in my body, this attack in my mind, in my life, that is giving me it's giving me too much. I am be very como é que I'm losing my mind. I'm getting nervous. I'm doing exactly what he wants me to do. Okay, to be very nervous, to be with my health compromised. Okay, that's what they want. And now I am telling you that to you, to realize that things can go grow and grow and grow and get to the point that Donald Trump is doing with all over the world. Okay, for now, and he will never stop. Probably he will never stop. Okay, Greenland. I think that that he that we are much calm now, because he told us that he will not use the army. I don't know. For now, we can breathe, but for the next days, I don't. I will not say anything because we cannot. It's unpredictable. He have a kind of unpredictable mind. Okay, so I will finish this streaming here. Thank you. Thank you very much for your attention. I'm very happy to make this new kind of streaming. I will stay here for you, for me, for democracy, for us, for the world. We all need each other not right now, and we need to stay on internet for the for much time that we can be. Okay, we have to stay here, we have to fight, we have to be in the resistance. It's the only way to block that chain. Okay, that wave, that Nazi wave that is coming from the USA right now. Okay, so thank you all. Subscribe to my channel, and thank you very much for the company. Okay, thank you very much. I am really thankful for that. And then that's it. Okay, thank you and bye bye. Até.